Let's do a little road trip over to Beaver Lake, Arkansas, where they have E. coli beach closures. Too much E. coli in the water poses a health risk to humans. Notice what we got here. What do we got in the water? A little E. coli factory washing its private parts in the water that is there for people to swim in. Let's look around on the internet, see what's going on in Little Rock and Beaver Creek. Oh, here we have a dog. Oh, another dog. Another dog. Oh, dogs out on the Beaver Lake, Arkansas. So, what do you think these dogs have at the back of them between their legs that spews E. coli everywhere? Yeah, and where do you think that's going? It's going in the water. These dogs are a huge part of these E. coli outbreaks, making our places to go hang out nastier and nastier and be closed more and more. Not just your front porch where you have to listen to barking all day, but the parks and other areas that you pay tax money for the government to take care of, yet they allow these E. coli factories everywhere. Over in Arkansas, they're even going out of their way to make more dog parks because this poor little dog park got flooded, evidently, according to this video. So let's see what these officials have to say. What's with this E. coli outbreak?
Are higher due to runoff coming in the lake, which was prior to our testing on this round. That's one of the factors that play into that. And a lot of that's from human activity, animal activity in the area, and the runoff associated with that. And when can people expect?
Okay, so human activity and animal activity. Well, that's code word for people bringing their dogs on the beach and allowing the dogs to poop nearby, and then the rain gets it into the water. You know, when they say animal activity, you can't blame like bears and birds and all that. Those animals are part of the ecosystem. They eat insects off the beach, they eat plants, and their excrement is not as nasty as dogs. We feed dogs all kind of nasty animal byproducts, and nowadays people are even giving their dogs and cats constantly raw meat, this raw meat diet. So it's from dogs. It's from dog feces running off into the water. And this dog feces and E. coli thing, this is nothing new. People know about it. You know, there's many articles from the National Institute of Health, from the EPA, environmental contamination by dog feces, a public health problem. 1 in 3 dog guts have too much E. coli. So this is a huge problem, and it's just crazy that they do all these little news stories and they barely mention the word dog. They barely talk about all of the poop bags that are everywhere, all of the feces complaints that they get. Feces complaints go up, and yet they won't mention anything about dog poop. It's all, oh, animal activity, animal activity. The fact that dogs are on those beach means there's less birds, less snakes, less squirrels. So the animal activity is it's the dogs. So here's another view of Beaver Lake, Arkansas. Here's Beaver Lake. And if you look at dog parks in the area, all these little red little parks, these are dog parks. You know, and look at all these little creeks and tributaries right here. All whenever it rains, these creeks are going to get full of that water from all these dog parks. So, and it's not just dog parks. I mean, people are bringing these dogs to these beaches all over the place. But if it rains, all of this activity that they say, oh, it's animal activity. You know, like what, a bunch of coyotes and natural raccoons came in and just took a dump all over the beach? No, it's all these extra dogs and extra dog parks that they keep building. That's where this E. coli is coming from. Isn't it crazy that bodies of water this size can have all these beach closures from E. coli? Like, did this used to happen before we had so many dogs in our environment? Like, I would like to see some actual information of E. coli tests a long time ago. It seems to me that every time, every year, every summer, there's more and more E. coli outbreaks, more weird rashes being reported, and yet more and more and more dogs at these beaches, more dogs out on paddle boards, and more people putting up videos of their dog taking a dump on the front of their boat and laughing about it. That all goes into the water. All of that feces from your dog goes into the water. And like, How can you contaminate this huge body of water? It makes me think like during the cold months when they allow their dogs to poop all over, it doesn't get in the water, and then when it rains in the summer, it washes it into the lake and causes these E. coli outbreaks. Kind of like in San Diego. I have an interesting video on that. I'll put it in the comments for you to check out. Even though, as I look all around Beaver Lake, I see constant pictures of dogs all over the place. Some of the beaches are supposed to be no dogs. So either dog owners are just breaking the rule or whatever. But we know dog owners constantly break these rules, these little signs. And even if the dogs aren't allowed, to run on the beach, the fact that the dogs are over here, over here, over here, over there, crapping all over the place, it's still going to create E. coli. Like you can ban dogs from the beach so that people can hang out and not be bitten and barked at. But then the people that own the dogs, they're going to take their dogs out on the paddleboard and they're going to let it take a dump in the water, or they're going to take the dog, a little bit back here where you can't see, let the dog take a dump somewhere. And then when it rains, all the nasty bacteria right into your lake. So that has been our trip over to Beaver Lake, Arkansas. Here's one of the trails over there. It's called Shaddock's Hollow Trailhead. And of course, this is right on the water. And what do we got? This mutt is running around, chasing snakes, chasing squirrels, harassing wildlife, pissing and pooping all over the ground. So, see you guys in the next one.